He slapped her in front of 600 guests. Not a single person stopped him. But what happened in the next 10 minutes left the entire room in silence, because the girl they called nothing was hiding a truth that would destroy them all. My name is Sarah Vale. I am 29 years old, and the night that was supposed to celebrate my marriage became the night everything ended. The hall looked perfect. Soft golden lights, music playing, people laughing and enjoying themselves. From the outside, it looked like a dream. And for the first time in months, I was smiling too. I stood there quietly, holding a glass in my hand, watching everything around me. My husband Salem was talking to guests, laughing like nothing was wrong. My in-laws were welcoming everyone warmly, acting like a happy family. No cold looks, no whispers. No tension, and for a moment, I believed it. Maybe they had finally accepted me. That one thought made my heart feel lighter, because it was never like this before, not even close. I met Salem 2 years ago at work. He was confident, friendly, the kind of person everyone liked. I was the complete opposite, quiet, focused, and mostly invisible. One day, he walked up to me, smiled, and asked something simple. That small moment changed everything. We started talking more. First short conversations, then longer ones. Coffee breaks turned into daily routines. Lunch together became normal. Late evenings at work became something I looked forward to. With him, everything felt easy. No pressure, no judgment. For the time, someone saw me for who I was. Not my background. Not my past. Just me. And maybe that is why I made the biggest mistake of my life. One evening, he asked about my family. I paused for a second, and then I lied. I told him I had no one. That my parents were gone. That I had been alone for years. The words came out so easily, not because they were true, but because I wanted something real. I wanted him to choose me, not anything else. And he did. He never questioned me, never doubted me. Instead, he cared even more. He became everything I had ever wanted: kind, supportive, understanding. The kind of man you believe you can spend your life with. So when he asked me to marry him, I said yes without hesitation. But after the marriage, everything changed. His family never accepted me. They had different plans for him. They wanted someone rich, powerful, and well-connected. And to them, I was nothing. At first it was subtle. Small comments that sounded harmless but were not. You did not bring much, did you? Simple girl from a simple background. I ignored it. I smiled through it. I told myself it would get better with time. But it did not. It got worse. His father was the worst of all. He did not even try to hide it. You ruined my son's life. You brought nothing into this house. You are useless. Every single day, the same words. And the most painful part. Salem said nothing. At first, he stayed silent. And I held on to that silence like hope. I told myself maybe he just wanted to avoid conflict. Maybe one day he would stand up for me. But slowly, he changed. He started laughing at their jokes, ignoring my pain. And one day, he said something that broke me completely. Maybe they are right. In that moment, something inside me shattered. But I still stayed. Because I loved him. Because I believed things would change. And then came the anniversary party. A huge celebration. Hundreds of guests. Everything perfectly arranged. And suddenly, everything felt different. They were smiling at me. Talking nicely. Including me. For the first time in months, I felt like I belonged. Standing there that night, I thought, maybe this is it. Maybe everything I waited for is finally happening. But deep inside, there was a strange feeling, quiet, but real. Something was not right. And then, his father stood up with a glass in his hand. The room slowly went silent. And my heart started beating faster. I did not know why, but I felt it. Something bad was about to happen. His father raised his glass and smiled slowly, as if he had been waiting for this moment. He said loudly that 1 year of this marriage had been completed. A few people laughed softly while others clapped. I forced a small smile and looked at Salem, but he did not look at me. He was watching his father like he already knew what was coming. That strange feeling inside me became stronger. Then his father turned toward me and said that tonight was not just a celebration. He said it was the perfect time to speak the truth. The room went completely silent. My fingers tightened around the glass in my hand. I asked him quietly what truth he was talking about. He laughed and said that everyone deserved to know. Then he said it. He said that his son had made the biggest mistake of his life. The room reacted immediately. Some people gasped. Others started whispering. Then he pointed directly at me and said that the mistake was standing right there. It felt like the ground disappeared beneath my feet. I looked at Salem, waiting for him to say something, anything. But he stayed silent. That silence hurt more than the words. His father continued speaking. He said that they had accepted me thinking I would bring something into their lives. Then he looked at me with pure disgust and said that I brought nothing. Soft laughter started in the crowd and slowly grew louder. Then he said I had no family, no background, no value. Every word hit harder than the last. Then he sighed and said his son had wasted his future on me. That was the moment I could not stay silent anymore. I stepped forward and told him to stop. I said he had no right to speak about me like that. My voice was not loud, but it was steady. For a second, the entire room froze, and then it happened. A sharp sound echoed across the hall. He slapped me. My head turned to the side, and everything went silent again. Slowly, I looked back. Salem was standing in front of me, with his hands still raised, and his eyes cold. He told me not to disrespect his father. In that moment, I realized something terrifying. This was not the man I fell in love with. Then he said he was done with this marriage. He said he deserved better. That same word his family always used. Better. And suddenly, everything became clear. The smiles, the kindness, the way they treated me nicely tonight. It was all fake. This was never a celebration. It was a setup. They planned this to humiliate me in front of everyone. Laughter slowly filled the room again. People whispered, watched, and enjoyed the scene like it was entertainment. My face burned, my ears rang. But I did not cry. Not in front of them. I stood still for a moment, and took a deep breath. Then I wiped the tear from my cheek. And something inside me changed. 1 year of silence ended in that moment. 1 year of patience was gone. I slowly reached for my phone. This time, my hands were steady. No fear. No hesitation. I dialed one number. It rang once. Then twice. Then he answered. I closed my eyes for a second and said softly that I needed him to come. There was a short pause. Then his calm voice asked, "What happened?" I opened my eyes and looked around at the people who were still laughing. Then I said only one thing, "Please come." He replied that he was on his way. The call ended. I lowered my phone slowly. My father-in-law laughed again, and mocked me. He asked who I had called when I always said I had no one. More laughter followed, but I said nothing. I just stood there and waited. Minutes passed. The music started again. People went back to talking as if nothing had happened. But I did not move. I stayed exactly where I was, calm, silent, watching. Because deep inside, I knew something they did not. This was not over. Not even close. And very soon, everything they believed about me was about to shatter. Then suddenly, the doors opened. The sound was loud enough to cut through the entire hall. One by one, people turned toward the entrance. The laughter faded. The music felt distant. A man walked in, not fast, not slow, but with a presence that made the entire room feel different. His eyes were already searching for me. The moment he stepped inside, the entire atmosphere changed. Conversations stopped. People turned their heads. Even the music felt like it had faded into the background. He walked forward with calm confidence, not looking at anyone else. His eyes were locked on me. Every step he took made the silence heavier. When he finally reached me, he stopped. For a brief second, everything stood still. I looked at him and said softly that he came. But this time, my voice was not weak. It was steady. The room heard it. And then something unexpected happened. My husband stepped back as if he had seen a ghost. His face turned pale, and he whispered that this was not possible. My father-in-law frowned and asked what was wrong. He looked at the man in front of me with confusion and slight irritation, as if he was about to dismiss him. But Salem could not even speak properly. He struggled to form words. Then finally, he said it. He said that the man standing in front of us was the owner of Ardent, the same company where he worked. The same company that controlled everything in his career. A ripple spread across the room. People started whispering again, but this time it was not laughter. It was shock. My father-in-law's expression changed instantly. The confidence he had a few minutes ago disappeared completely. Then Salem looked at me again, completely confused, and asked why I was calling him father. There was a short pause, a heavy one. And then the truth was spoken. He said that I was his daughter. This time, the reaction was explosive. Gasps filled the room. Some people even stepped back. But my father did not care about any of that. He was only looking at me. His eyes slowly moved across my face, and then they stopped on my cheek. The mark from the slap was still visible. Everything about him changed in that moment. His expression hardened, his jaw tightened. His hands clenched slightly. When he spoke again, his voice was calm, but it carried something dangerous. He asked who did that to me. No one answered. Not a single person in that hall had the courage to speak. My father-in-law tried to interrupt and said that this was just a misunderstanding, but he was immediately silenced. One word was enough to shut him down. My father then looked directly at them and said something that made things even worse. He said that the company they were talking about was actually in my name. This time, there was complete silence. No whispers, no movement. Salem looked like he had lost all control. His voice shook as he said he did not know any of this. My father replied calmly that I never told him, because I wanted to be loved for who I was, not for money or status. Those words hit harder than anything else that night. Then he added that I had even asked him to stay away and pretend that he was not part of my life. Salem looked at me again, but this time his expression was different. It was not anger anymore, it was regret. He started apologizing quickly, saying he did not mean any of it, and that he did not understand the situation. But it was too late. My father stepped closer, and said that he had already warned me about him. He said he knew one day this man would show his real face. Hearing that made my chest tighten, not because of pain, but because I finally understood everything. I looked at my father and told him that he was right. Then I turned back towards Salem. This time, I was not emotional, I was calm. I told him that he had 1 year. 1 whole year to see me for who I truly was, but he failed. The room stayed completely silent as I picked up my bag. My father stood beside me, strong and unshaken. I looked at Salem one last time, and then I said something he would never forget. I told him that if he had known who I really was, he would have never raised his hand on me. He lowered his eyes immediately, because he knew it was true. I turned away and started walking toward the exit. No one stopped me. No one said anything. The same people who were laughing earlier were now standing in complete silence. Regret filled the room, and just before I reached the door, I stopped for a second without turning back. I told them that they did not lose me tonight. They lost the only person who ever chose them without conditions. And then I walked out. This time, I was not broken. I was done. As I walked out of that hall, I did not look back even once. Not at Salem. Not at his family. Not at the people who laughed. Because the truth was, the moment he raised his hand on me, everything between us was already over. The next morning, things moved fast. Faster than anyone expected. Salem's resignation letter was already submitted. He had no choice. The same company he once felt proud to work for was now completely out of his reach. Within days, the divorce papers were sent. This time, there were no arguments, no drama, no second chances. His family tried to reach out. They called, they apologized, they even tried to meet me. But it was not about money anymore, it was about respect. And once that is gone, nothing can bring it back. The same people who once called me nothing were now trying to fix everything. But some mistakes do not come with a second chance. And Salem, he did try. He showed up one last time, standing outside, asking for forgiveness. But when I looked at him, I did not see the man I loved anymore. I only saw the moment. When he chose to humiliate me instead of protecting me. So I walked away again. This time for good. Honestly, if I were in her place, I would have done the same. Love without respect is nothing. And the moment someone disrespects you publicly like that, it is not just a mistake. It is a choice. What would you have done in her place? Would you forgive him, or walk away forever?